What's up, guys? So I want to do a bit more of a sit-down, chatty version of my normal content. I want this to start to become a bit more of a common thing. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you do enjoy this video, then please slap a like on it, subscribe if you're brand new. And today's video, we're going to be talking about Fallon Sherrock. Surprisingly enough, as if I don't talk about Fallon Sherrock very often, she is the biggest name in darts right now, in my opinion. I think she's the most marketable player in the world, and I think she is probably the biggest draw to darts that the sport of darts has right now. So a lot of people are talking about Fallon, and for me, Fallon is the biggest player. I believe that if you go and ask random people in the street to name dart players, I think more of them will say Fallon Sherrock than they'll say Gerwyn Price or Peter Wright or Michael van Gerwen. I think more people are going to be talking about Fallon, or more people will be more aware of who Fallon is than sort of like the normal dart players you see day in, day out on the PDC. I think she's the biggest name in the world of darts right now. So that brings on to today's subject, which is Fallon Sherrock has declined her invitation to play in the WDF, which is like the newer version of the BDO, if anyone doesn't know what that is. Their version of their World Championships. And I wanted to just talk about it and give my opinions and why I think that is, and basically just talk about that, really. So the main reason that Fallon, I believe, I don't know this for sure because I'm not Fallon Sherrock or part of her management team, but the main reason that I believe that Fallon has decided to decline this is basically all down to Q School. So Fallon does have an opportunity to win a tour card at the PDC World Championships if she can make the fourth round. She needs to win 3 matches. So if she can make the 4th round of the PDC World Championships, she will get a tour card on merit, and that will be hers, and she won't have to go to Q School, and that'll be that issue that problem sorted. So yeah, Q School. So the dates that Q School starts is the 9th of January, Sunday the 9th. I think it's Sunday. It's on the 9th of January. I believe it's a Sunday. And that also clashes with the final of the WDF World Championships. So in the WDF, they have their finals day. They have the youth boys, the youth girls, the adult women, and the adult men. They all play on the finals night, and it clashes with day one of Q School. So basically, I think that Fallon has decided that Q School is more important. She's not putting all of her eggs in one basket and relying on herself getting to round 4 of the World Championship, because that's a difficult task. I believe she'll probably have to get through Gerwyn Price as well to make that. So it's probably unlikely, but it's not impossible for sure. Not impossible by any means. She's playing well at the moment. She does have the game to beat anyone at the moment, and she has that addition of having the crowd on her side pretty much all of the time. So if you play against someone who struggles with a crowd on their back, Fallon's going to beat them, because Fallon is the favourite. Everyone supports Fallon when it comes to the TV events and when it comes to being in the crowd and cheering on your favourite players. Fallon is the favourite player at the moment, like without a doubt. I think any single player will probably get somewhat booed or somewhat will be the underdog in the room. So yeah, so day one of Q School. I've done a little bit of maths and kind of like worked out sort of the logistics of potentially playing in both, and it makes 0 sense. So last year, Q School in the UK started at 2 PM, and it's looking like Fallon's probably, like, just to say, obviously it's not a guarantee that Fallon's going to make the final of the WDF, but let's be real here, she probably would if she played in it. And so last year, the Q School started at about 2 PM. I would assume that this year is probably going to be exactly the same. So she's going to have to be playing darts in Milton Keynes at 2 PM without a doubt on day one of Q School. And if she wanted to play both events, she would have to probably go out either first or second round and then make the hour-and-a-half drive to Frimley Green, where the lakeside is, to then play in that. Which, if your aim is to lose first or second round in a tournament, then there's no point of you being there. It makes no sense. And then the issue with that is also that she's going to be fighting to try and claw back points, or she's going to have to try and get to the last 8 to get a guaranteed spot into the final day of Q School, which, you know, you need to use all 3 days probably. Even the top players, you'll see a lot of top players who don't get through to stage 2. Players who you would expect to get through to stage 2 won't, because it's so difficult. So to then take away one of your days and only have 2 days to compete it's going to be near impossible. It's going to be very, very hard. If you have one bad day and you have to rely on the last day to get to the last day, it's probably not going to happen. So it's looking very much like it would be logistically impossible and completely implausible to play both events in the same day, and it just wouldn't work out that way. So obviously Fallon has chosen the Q School side, the Q School route over the WDF, and I think personally that's the main reason why. So obviously I completely understand, I completely back her decision. I think this is the correct decision. I do think it's a little bit of a shame that they do clash, and that's another point that I want to bring up is there's definitely this kind of like PDC versus WDF fight for Fallon Sherrock, for the attention to be on them, and PDC is the bigger name. PDC pays them more money, and PDC gets the more exposure. So it would make sense that if you've got the option, you probably go for the PDC. I would like to say as well that Fallon, I believe, is the only player who has been offered spots in both tournaments and allowed to take a spot in both tournaments. I believe Jim Williams might have been offered a spot in both. I don't know this for sure. This is like allegedly. I think I saw somewhere that Jim Williams was offered a space in both tournaments, but he was forced to pick one. He wasn't allowed to play in both of them as well, so I think he's playing in the PDC one. But yeah, so the PDC versus the WDF, the new version of the BDO. It's just a shame that it clashes, really. I would love to have seen Fallon Sherrock win a women's world title. There's been plenty of women players who are very, very good and have won women's world titles, and I think Fallon would be a great name to add to that. But the way that things are going and the way that things are sort of looking in the future, I think there's a good chance that she never gets her name on there. She'll, unless something goes wrong, or unless there's a reason why she would stop playing PDC darts. I don't see a reason why she would go back to the WDF. I'd love to see her do it. I'd love to see her become a women's world champion, and I think she's probably the most likely player at the moment to do that. But it's looking like it's probably not going to happen, and it's definitely not going to happen this year. So a lot of people say. So another thing is whether the PDC kind of like changed their dates to clash with the WDF to sort of make Fallon forced to not play in that and to play in her one and to play in the Q School. And to be honest, I don't think that's the case at all. I did for a bit until I started researching it. And if we go back to 2017, the Q School started on the 19th. 2018 started on the 18th, 2019 started on the 17th, 2020 it started on the 16th, and this year it's starting on the 9th. So it does make you think that maybe the Q School was pushed back a week just to kind of clash with the WDF. But when you sort of consider that the last year was the first time that they did two different sections, they did a round one and a round two, or a stage one and a final stage. And last year it started on the 8th, so this year it's starting on the 9th. It makes sense. I'm sure the WDF probably could have predicted that Q School would run around that sort of time, and potentially they could have moved their dates. But at the same time, PDC could have started on a Monday instead of a Sunday. So take that information as you like. But I don't think that there's any reason. I don't think the PDC have intentionally started their first day on the same day as the final of the WDF. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And yeah, my overall thoughts is I think that this is the correct decision. I think that Fallon has made the right decision to not play in the World Championships. It's just in the Women's World Championships. It's just a bit of a shame that she's not there. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this video and you want to see me do more sit-downy, chatty type videos, because I can make these literally every day about whatever subject. So there's plenty to talk about. If you'd like these to go along with the regular content that you're seeing, let me know in the comment section below. If you thought this video was rubbish and you never want to watch it ever again, and you never want to see me sat in a dark room chatting, then let me know as well, because I will take your criticisms on board. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.